Beautiful night, beautiful light, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, but you could call me Mel. And I'm back to deliver this latest, timeless, collective channel message from the Tarot in the Shadows series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. Where it resonates, pick it up and run with it. Where it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today. Because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts below the video in the description box and on the website. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. The following message has been... All right, so we are going to get started with the Oracle of Shadows and Light. And the card that we had coming out was card number 26, the Three Fates. What comes around? The three people could be highly significant in your experience right now, but at the end of the day, what comes around, it's like what you put out comes back to you. So be very full of care. Yes, careful of what you put out, because you will meet it again on the return. But let's see what the book has to say about card number 26. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence and the growth on our channel. It's happening again. Many of us have faced difficulty and troubled times in our lives. Sometimes the impact of a negative experience is so profound that it leaves us with physical, mental, and yes, and spiritual residue for months, even years after the actual event. While you're still vibrating, as the Three Fates put it, to the energy of a negative experience, you tend to repeatedly attract echoes of that exact experience. So when you need to be alerted to the fact that Three Fates will enter, showing you that this is a karmic pattern that may need to be worked on, understood, and recreated in order to be free of its influence. You may feel that there are others in charge of your fate, that they are threading the needle, weaving the patterns of the tapestry of your life, even choosing what ends and what begins. When you feel that fate has interceded and that you are not so much in control of your life, but in control of your reaction to what happens in your life, then you are beginning to work with intelligence, maturity, and understanding. With the energies of destiny, fate, and fortune, the Three Fates depicted so beautifully here with their ever-turning wheel of karma, understand that it turns and turns, as your life will, through its many themes again and again. When you receive this card in a reading, and most especially if she leaps out to greet you, you will know an old pattern has circled around once again. They speak. Here it is again. That situation, that person, this lesson that you have yet to learn and that you may spend a lifetime learning. It seems you need another cosmic reminder of something that needs to be cleared and mastered. Letting go is this moment's very important lesson for you to learn. We are not suggesting forgetting this lesson, because where's the wisdom in that? We are suggesting that you move on and learn and actively replace this experience with completely different versions of the same thing. No more repeats. This is the opportunity to try something different and see what magic takes place when you vary the approach. You must reconnect with the opportunities you have. Staying attached to old patterns will simply make them come around again, like a thread being spun on our wheel. Learn and be released from this part of the pattern that feels like unjust fate. You may have been enjoying your own life's reruns lately, wallowing through the memories and feeling sad, bittersweet, and nostalgic about the good old days, whenever they were exactly. You know what? It's fine to muse on the past. Your memories are precious and do need to be tended, but it's another thing altogether to be filled with regret wishing you'd done things differently. Life is a constant do-over. You get a fresh chance every second you are alive, so stop beating yourself up. You have an opportunity to heal, to clear, to no longer feel sad about the same thing anymore. You can do things differently. You're not a prisoner of how they have always been done. What you have done, even if you judge it to be a mistake, can be revoked and reworked and learned from. That is wisdom. You are not so alone. We all have karmic lessons, themes, and stories that seem to repeat. Learn from this. Be aware of what is taking place as a fateful encounter to master life. If you take this approach, you'll be all the richer for learning, wise, free, and able to help others too. Perfect. Love it, love it, love it. So the three fates, they were talking more about the upward moving spiral of life. Things happen on a recurring pattern, so you can figure some things out and hit it from a different perspective the next time. Do it different, do it better, improve your approach. Okay. But what goes around does come around. And what you put out does come back to you. So when the situation returns and you're living a similar situation, it feels like it said, it called it a rerun. I love that it called it a rerun. We all know what reruns are. We're watching it all over again, right? And so once you realize like this keeps happening, at some point, you know, wisdom would have you to pick a different approach. Choose a different response. Add something different to the recipe if you don't like what you've been getting, right? So let's see what else we have going on by the name of the spread. And it is the reality shift spread. How appropriate, because literally that's what the Three Fates card was talking about from the book. Like if you want to change your reality, you're going to do best if you switch it up a little bit. Stop doing the same thing that you have been doing if you expect or would like to see a different outcome, a different experience. Like a different reality requires putting something new in the recipe, or you're just going to be cooking up the same thing again. So I'm going to pull some selection from my handmade oracle cards, wherever spirit guides me to pull from. And one more little stack from this end. Okay. And then we're going to start your reality shift spread. But look at the three girls. Like, they're holding a thread and they've got the scissors. They're ready to cut ties, cut the cords, cut the thread, change the pattern. Change the pattern. Okay. So with the reality shift spread, it's a 7-card spread. I'm going to layer this spread using some of the different decks that I have around me here available, but my soul showed me to start with the handmade oracle selection. So here we go. From the stuff that spirit inspired me to put on these cards, let's get started. First position, the directions you're giving your inner self now is nothing spectacular. Nothing spectacular. You're telling yourself that things aren't a big deal. It's okay. I'm hearing it's okay. Nothing spectacular is happening. You've been telling yourself this, okay? However that applies to you, because some of you are using it like, nothing to be excited about. Okay. How your external reality reflects this. Why explain? Why do we have to explain the nothing spectacular that you're seeing if it's the order that you've been giving? Okay. People don't explain themselves. Okay. Let's find out some more. How to empower your inner self to change your reality. Baby, daddy, what the heck? Oh, you're going to have to father this. You're going to have to father the energy you want to bring in. You want to see a different energy, like somebody's got to be the, who the pappy? You're going to father this energy, baby. You're going to have to be the baby daddy to this energy, which means you're going to have to create it. You're going to have to nurture it. Okay, you want to shift your reality. Let me see how your outer self will respond to this new directive. You eat the fruit of the karmic tree you've grown. So your outer self is going to reap the rewards of consuming or living the experience that you're generating, okay? Let me see how your life will shift as a result. How your life will shift as a result. Oh, the battle has been won. Praise be. The battle has been won. So you're going to see how you won a battle that... You know, again, it's a battle of something that has gone round and round and round, round and round. Like, it didn't just happen once. You've lived this multiple times. Let's see. The next position is what you will create. Time to grow the fuck up. Yep. And it came out with connected by birth, and it says fate right there. So what you will create is you're changing your fate. You're changing your fate. And again, with time to grow up, it's showing me the upward moving spiral of life, because things happen again, so you can hit the same experience from a different headspace, or at least that's the point of it. This is why things are on repeat in life, because, you know, repetition is the best teacher for humans. Okay, what's your new path? What's your new path? Your new path is, I am and will continue to do everything in my power to raise my vibration and be the best version of me daily. You're going to keep showing up in your best version for yourself. Y'all could have waited until I was done recording. This is crazy. The bottom of the deck is pure love at the foundation. Ha! So as soon as I look down, and from looking at the pure love card, I see that nothing spectacular. Like, it's almost, it really feels like there's some experience here where it's just like, it's just, I'm not really entertained. I'm not pleased. This does not impress me. It feels like this does not impress me energy. All right. Some tarot to go with this, please. And thank you. Give us some more insight for the ones tuned in, tapped in, turned on the channel here, letting their you know, like the ones, see how you liked the video and you got the thumbs up over there? Yeah, that's tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You let your spirit team know that you're ready to receive the message, that you're here, that you're receptive, and they respond. The more you interact with the channel, the more they know you're ready for your messages. And it starts feeling more and more like a personal message when you're tuned in, thanks to the umbrella language that Spirit has me channel through. So, your directions you're giving yourself right now is a Chariot. Nothing spectacular. Nothing to see here. Moving on. Okay, the Chariot. There's nothing to see here. I'm moving on. So, the directions you're giving your inner self right now has to do with being unimpressed, unfascinated. I'm fascinated with your love, boy. I'm fascinated by the way you make me feel. I heard not at all, not at all. I would love to be fascinated by any of that, but I hear there's nothing spectacular going on here. None of that's happening here. Oh, okay. All right. Let me see more about how your external reality is reflecting this. It is reflecting this in the Four of Wands. Why explain? Your external reality is like an open pathway, an open doorway saying, come hither, come hither. Stop paying attention to that BS over there. Come hither, come hither. It's beckoning you forward. And the thing is, it's like the path is open for you. And the why explain is coming through right now. Like, you don't need to explain nothing to nobody. Like, yeah, when you get in your car and you go on, because nothing spectacular was happening there, you were underimpressed, completely unimpressed, completely unfascinated with the situation. Yeah, and so you move forward, and then it's like, well, why do I have to tell them about leaving? Or where I'm going, or why I'm leaving, or why I'm not participating anymore? Like, I don't have to explain myself. That's what I heard. How you can empower your inner self to change your reality. They said with the baby daddy card, they said you have to birth it, you have to feed it, you have to nurture it, you have to give it what it needs to grow and protect it. But let me see how to empower your inner self to change your reality. The Queen of Wands. Okay, fierce. I heard fierce, ferocious. Okay, so yeah, you gotta feed it, you gotta nourish it, you gotta protect it, you gotta entertain yourself with it. I'm hearing entertain yourself. Entertain what? Entertain your inner self with your new reality. Like, you gotta invoke the magic. The Queen of Wands is our magic queen, and you gotta use your magic. So it's like, okay, there you go, perfect. Everybody has, well, they said no, everybody don't wash dishes. I was going to use everybody wash. Oh, let's do this. Everybody wash their butt. Everybody showers, right? So, you know, you can get in the shower in the place that you've been in that you honestly, you can't wait to get up out of it and get into something better. However, if you can find gratitude for that shower, knowing that there's another shower that you're going to be in that is perfect for you, you can actually create the magic, the quantum leaping magic to shift your reality with so much ease, with so much flow, with so much synchronicity and just things falling into place, right? So how do you empower yourself to change your reality? Feed it and feed it the magic. And then when you're doing normal things around a situation that you'd like to shift into something greater, something bigger, something nicer, something more fulfilling, you add the magic of, but I'm grateful for where I'm at and I'm grateful for where I'm going. With the acknowledgement, excuse me, that the same thing you're doing here is the same thing you're going to be doing there. So, you know, you're not missing anything, but as much as you appreciate it, the understanding that because you're appreciating it, it's going to grow. Appreciation is attention. Appreciation is positively focused attention that causes expansion. So if you can positively focus upon what you have and where you're at, acknowledging in your mind that, hey, because I am doing this, I get more of it. It grows, it gets better, right? And you can, anybody can do it and it can work because it has worked many, many times. Okay. How your outer self will respond to this new directive. You eat the fruit of the karmic tree you've grown, which means your outer self is going to have the physical experience that matches the energy that you've grown with this here baby daddy energy and the Queen of Wands, the magic you using, okay? You're going to reap that experience. You're going to be able to taste it, touch it, feel it, you know? Then we have the Four of Swords. Peace. Peace, baby. How your outer self will respond to this new directive. I see that, like, first off, you feel good. It doesn't agitate you no more. There's no, when you've been nurturing your vision, your dream, your goal, when you've been nurturing this reality shift, you find peace about it. It's not that you don't want it no more. It's like when the chick is in the mail, there's still excitement, there's still desire, but there's not so much worry. It's like, it's okay. The check is in your name. Everything is good, okay? Also, with this, I did see dreams. So there'll be some dreaming that will be a big internal confirmation, okay? And why is it coming in about the outer self? Because the dream, the way this is coming through, it's like the dream is coming from the physical reality being lived by you on the other dimensions. You know, if reality is a book that simultaneously is existing, the time, space, reality you're existing in right now is one page of the book. But on the other page of the book, you're there too, already living the experience. So the dream, that whether it's a daydream or a sleeping night dream that you have, is the outer version reality is letting you know, like, yeah, you got it, you did it. Okay, so keep going. Just keep going. You did it. Okay, how your life will shift as a result. The battle has been won. Anything between you and that gets put to rest. And when I say anything between you and that, anywhere where you subconsciously or consciously don't align with the attainment of this desire, this reality shift, that is going to be addressed. It's going to have to be addressed, yeah? So how your reality will shift as a result, you'll get the gotta take a dump urge, and you're going to get opportunities. People are going to present opportunities to you. That's going to be an evidence that the battle has been won, is these opportunities coming in. When people asking for your services, okay? Yeah, because, you know, you the boss, you the daddy when it comes to this service, this, gift, talent, ability, this creative thing that brings joy to people's life, they come to you. They're going to be coming to you for that, okay? And it also is representing like people are going to tell you stories. They're going to come in and have portions of what you have visualized, created for yourself in this reality shift. There's going to be confirmation showing up with the experiences that happen around you. Like, we're going to go back to the whole house thing. Somebody wants to reality shift into a better house, a more modern house, a nicer neighborhood, something, right? And so here you are, you're taking your shower, you're finding gratitude for the shower you're in, you're visualizing what it would feel like to be in your new shower, in your new place, feeling fantastic, so happy you got it, right? Then you go to get groceries that day. Let's say you went grocery shopping, and while you're in line, the person in front of you, you're the last one in line. And somebody in front of you, you overhear them talking about, oh, they just had their first shower in their new house. And you're like, ding, that's synchronistic. They're not even talking to you, right? So now the person in front of you has paid and they left. Now the checker is ringing your stuff up. And here comes the person in line behind you. And they're talking about how, oh my God, we've just signed the closing documents on our new house. Yay! Yes, this is like you own your own business, and you always envisioned having your own building. Like, I own the building and this is my business that is housed in my building. And then, you know, you have a client from your business who comes in, and your client is like, yeah, so I just bought my building. And you're like, yes, right? There's no jealousy. There's no animosity. It feels like a huge confirmation, because it is a huge confirmation. So, yeah, you'll have people coming in that are parts of it too. Some of you along this journey, like, you're going to learn information from people that you didn't even realize you needed to know. Learn about resources available, learn about techniques, learn about the procedures, something. The different connections that you need, you're going to start to see them. And again, I just want to reiterate, like, you're at peace. So when you hear that something that you've been materializing for yourself for so long is happening in somebody else's life, we don't get mad, we don't get angry, we don't get hurt, we don't get jealous. There's no envy. There's like, yay! I'm clearly attracting exactly what I wanted, because this is happening right here in front of me today. But I guess that all depends on how you take it, right? Because you could take it and make it whatever way you want to. It could be like, damn, it's happening for somebody else, not me, if you want to. Or you could be like, well, clearly it's close to my vibration. Otherwise, I wouldn't have attracted a situation where somebody else is living the same experience that I was materializing for myself. So there's that energy. Let me see what you will create. Well, first off, what you create is the fate brought you to it. And as you have grown up, as you have matured, like, that's part of the creation, was the maturing process. But what you will create, oh, the Two of Swords is, and it's in reverse. Oh, okay. That's interesting, and I'm going to want to know more about that, because it's saying, well, there's certain things you just won't see anymore. Okay, thank you. I like that. That's great. I just heard it. They're like, yeah, when you're focused so hard on what you truly choose for yourself, and you ignore all the stuff that you don't choose for yourself, eventually the stuff you don't choose for yourself starts dying. Now, I don't know how many of you have heard of Dr. Masaru Emoto. Rest his spirit, because he was with us until the quarantine, but he did experiments, and you can see them on YouTube. Masaru Emoto rice experiment and water experiment. Amazing information, right? Because in that, he showed how even ignoring something causes its decay, right? So you can make something grow based off of the energy you feeding it, okay? Being the baby daddy, pouring the magic on it, baby. You got to put the love on it. You got to put the joy on it. You got to put the nourishing on it. You want to feed, you want your baby to be healthy, you feed it healthiness. You want your visualization to materialize in a beautiful way, you got to feed it positive energies. You know what I'm saying? Feed it healthiness, just like you feed your child. Okay. Let me see the new path. So yeah, certain things you just won't see anymore. It's like when you really have this reality shift, things that were part of the old reality just will not exist they're not on the same page of the book of life anymore. Okay. Your new path, the Three of Wands. I heard, money comes to me in the most beautiful ways, okay? I'm a magnet for abundance. Life adores me, okay? Yeah, so this is like positive expectation. Yeah, being the best version of yourself, knowing that being the best version of yourself is the best response to any repetitive situation. Like, hold on, I figured some things out since the last time this happened, so I'm going to do it different this time, and this is what's best for me, so I'm going to do this, okay? And then knowing, like, there is not things going wrong. There is opportunities for how you respond. Like, for example, let's say you had a craving for a specific type of food. So here you go. You get in your car. You gotta take a dump urge, and you get in your car and you go to this place to get the food, and it's closed. Normal response would have been, like the past self response would have been to get upset, get frustrated. Instead, you maintain positive expectation. You say, well, let me look up where else I could get that dish at. So here you go to the next spot. And you get there. And it's closed. Well, now you start thinking to yourself, okay, I could do one or two things here. I could get really irritated because now this is the second time I done come to find this dish. And this one says it should be open, and it ain't open. It's just locked up. Lord of mercy. And so you're like, but no, everything happens for a reason. So now you start to feel like you're on sort of a treasure hunt with the universe, right? So you look up, where else can I go for this dish? So you go to the next place that you find. And what do you know? You walk in the door's open this time, but as soon as you see the hostess, she says, I'm sorry, we're closed. And you're like shaking my head. Oh my God, what's going on? I just have a taste for this. So here you go. Let me try one more time. But meanwhile, there's this conversation said, there's got to be a reason that this is happening. I'm used to everything working out the way I want it to. I'm used to everything going my way. So here you go to the next place. And it looks like it's closed, and you yank on the door, and oh, you can't pull the door open. Lord of mercy. So now a little bit of frustration comes out. You really jerk on the door. You turn to get in your car. Behind you, here comes somebody from, excuse me, are you trying to come in? Oh, shoot, the door was open. I was pulling on the other door. Now you start wondering, I wonder if I was pulling on the wrong door at the other restaurants, because, I got two doors. One of them was locked here. Wow, okay, interesting. And then, so you go in and you're looking for the dish, and you're excited because, yay, one's open. So you go in and you're like, I just want this dish. You're telling the worker, and the worker's like, oh, we don't make that here. Oh, Lord of mercy. So out of curiosity, and everything happens for a reason. There's got to be a reason. You look at the menu and you say, but there's nothing on here that I want. So you drive and you drive and you drive, and it doesn't work out. But what didn't happen this time, you didn't get angry. You didn't get disrespectful. You didn't, it was slightly irritating, but not the huge irritation it would have been to the old self. You shifted your reality because you just kept saying, well, there's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason. So you say, you know what? I'm not trying anymore. I'm going to the grocery store. So you go grocery shopping. You make yourself something to eat. And it's better than anything you would have had in the restaurant at that time, because the restaurants were closed. It doesn't mean you can't still go, but there's a reason why. And then they're showing me like spirit was allowing you to show yourself the peace in you, the peace in you, because there was a point in time where you would not have maintained your peace in that experience. Bottom of the deck is judgment. That peace brings the release. I heard that as soon as I seen the judgment. That peace brings the release. And they are saying to us that, listen, if you're not at peace about it, you'll be tied to the tether of that experience once again in your future. So yeah, release yourself from it by the peace. And how do you generate the peace? In the different response. There's a whole different response you can have in this. You don't have to do what you had always done before. Okay. So let's take a different spin on this with the What's the Tea Oracle and see what else Spirit wants to say. We could continue down this same thread. Some of you, this is going to get a little bit more personal. Okay. And others of you will be like, that's funny, but that's not my life story. And that's okay. You know, everything isn't for everybody, but there's always going to be something here to benefit everybody, even if the entire experience is not yours. So let's see what else we're going to add in the next layer using the tea leaf. What's the tea? Not the tea leaf. What's the tea oracle? Groupie. The direction you're giving your inner self now is groupie. And it's coming through like, yeah, life adores me. It's coming through like, everybody loves me. It's coming through like, yay, everybody wants to be around me, but I'm unimpressed. Everybody loves me. Everybody wants to be around me, but I'm unimpressed. It's not my type. Okay, is the energy? Yeah, you're like, I'm not looking for another groupie. I'm looking for my, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing her energy saying, I'm searching for real love. Someone to set my heart free, real love. I'm searching for real love. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. So you don't want just a groupie. You're like, yes, there's so many, but it's not the one. It's not for me. This is like so many options, but not quite what I'm looking for. Why did I just get a glimpse of somebody who's car shopping? Like, there's so many freaking cars out there, but none of them feels like yours. Okay. How your external reality reflects this is the ego is in reverse. Again, it looks like the universe is like, there's the open pathway, come hither. I'm not telling everybody about this. I don't owe anybody explanations, because part of it is like, this is like, I don't need to brag. It's giving me, I don't need to brag. It's giving the whole, like, I don't care what you think, you know? And, you know, at the same time, like, some people, and when you ghost them, they don't like that. They don't like that feeling. They don't like the feeling of you ghosting them. They're like, well, what happened? Am I not good enough? And literally, you were just minding your business. It had nothing to do with them. Good enough, not good enough, or whatever. They didn't even know. They wasn't even in the running. I heard, okay. I mean some A&W root beer with ice, yay. So, but yeah, they didn't even know that they weren't in the running. And folks' feelings get hurt when you take off and the universe is giving you open doors and open paths, and they stick behind. So how to empower yourself to change your reality? Spiritual hater hates on your spirituality, light, magic, and power. But she's not really coming through with the hater. They're saying how to empower yourself. Baby, pour your magic into yourself. If they're going to hate on you, let them hate. Your haters make it greater anyways, because they literally feed the energy of what you're materializing, and that's beneficial to you. But yeah, you've got to be your own best friend. You know, it's okay for you to use, so people like to cast spells on everybody else. There's all this stuff about casting spells on other people on social media and stuff. I've seen it. Maybe you haven't seen it. Maybe that's not what your feed is looking like. All I know is the best spells to cast, and if you want to be casting spells, why don't you cast some spells for yourself? I'm just saying. Spells for yourself. There's that energy here. Like, use your magic in your best interest to nurture what you want. You could use your magic in any kind of way. Don't be sitting up here being hateful because somebody else got the opportunity. Don't be sitting up here being envious because somebody else got a relationship. No. Like, yep, I love their relationship. I love that they got the opportunity, and all that does is keep you in alignment with it for yourself. Because the minute you start throwing hate on something, baby, you are so resistant. That's not where you want to be. Okay. How your outer self will respond to this new directive. What's this about? Somebody got a lot of fans, baby. Somebody got a lot of fans, and somebody is hurt because in those fans, yeah, somebody don't get to roll. Somebody don't get to go. Somebody's not invited. Well, funny. How your outer self will respond to this new directive. Well, they're cock blocking. They're cock blocking whoever this is that don't get to go to the party. Everybody is not invited. Don't miss that train. Don't miss a party train. Yeah, everybody's not invited. Everybody doesn't have a ticket to ride the party train. You don't have to explain why you are all going, but they don't get to go. Everybody want to be around you, but you're not impressed. You're not impressed at all by, these different ones that's been around. Okay, let me see some more. And your spirit's like, I'm at peace. You know what? I'm good. And your spirit doesn't even really want all that. It wants to be around you all the time. At the same time, I'm seeing that. Why? Because I'm hearing in your own energy on your own is a great way to nurture and grow the things that actually matter to you that you would love to live, okay? And to pay attention to more gratitude. It's easier when you have less places to focus your energy, okay? You could narrow it down to self, to home, to what you have, where you're at, being where your feet are in peace. Praise be. Okay. How your life will shift as a result. Well, the battle will have been won. People gonna come in. More people gonna come in. They're gonna be drawn to you. You're gonna get the gotta take a dump urge. Look, giving money. Giving money. How your life will shift as a result. Listen, it's like life is gonna be bringing you so much money. Okay. Money comes to me in the most beautiful ways. Yeah. I'm a magnet for abundance. Life adores me. Okay? Yeah. I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. Money comes easily and frequently. Money comes easily and frequently. Money comes easily and frequently. That's the energy. Is money comes easily and frequently. The universe is going to show you. And so when it's talking about money, yes, it is talking about money. And yes, it is talking about resources. And yes, it is talking about contacts and clients and contracts and opportunities. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for you to receive a lot of money. And this is how your life is shifting as a result. So what will you create? Show me some more on what you will create. And it's because you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Know when to walk away, know when to run. Yeah, you got to know because you can't take everybody with you, right? What you will create. Wow. These people that are away from you, especially family members. I'm seeing family members that they're going to lie. They're going to lie about you. Oh, well, I heard let them lie. Yeah, that's what I see. I see folks are going to lie about you because of your path. Let me see your new path. Grudge, so they're going to be mad. Listen, okay, on your new path, first off, on your new path, here you are just expecting good things, having good things happening, yeah, knowing that you're living your best life and being the best version of yourself every day. This somebody who's into you is going to stay mad because, first off, let's start here. First off, you understood somebody just wanted to be around you for some clout. Second off, like, whenever you went about your business without explaining yourself, they got hurt. They got butt hurt. Somebody got their feelings hurt, right? And, even though, they're hating on you, like you're protected, you ain't worried about it. Your spirit is protecting you. One of the things is that they knew you were going to be coming into this money. Why did they know? They could have been doing some sort of divination about your life, or they could just see the pattern that you're living, right? And so, they're going to be telling some lies to try to shift the energy around you. At the end of the day, they're still going to be wanting to be around you. But like we said, you'll be free. Oh, you'll be free because you shifted the energy. Yeah. And they're haunted. Bottom of the deck, haunted. Lord of mercy. Somebody is haunted about you. You ghosted somebody and they don't get to be a part of it. And you're moving on up. Yeah, you're moving on up, honey. And they don't get to come to the party. They did not get a ticket to the party train. You know, they missed the party train. Why? Because of ego. Why? Because they were there for clout. Why? Because they had a whole agenda. They didn't have, notice it in these cards that came up talking about this individual or these people. There was no love in this, just so you know. They're into you, yeah, but not because there's love. Absolutely not. And I'm looking at the tarot. Even in the tarot, it's about what you can do for them. It's not about love. Yeah, and then I feel like I see it here, like you're like, yeah, no, that's not happening. I see you very well aware that, yeah, no, that's not happening. And so for a lot of you, the repetitive pattern is you've been ready for pure love. And that's why you've been uninterested, thinking it's nothing spectacular. There are 4 women in this image. It could have been 4 whole people that you had in your recent experience. And it looks like it specifically was that for some of you, that you were like, yeah, no, thank you. Somebody's been on, you know, the dating app and you went on 4 dates and yeah, no, thank you. Is the energy. Whatever was the way that this happened, you're like, yeah, no, thank you. They just want to see what they can get. Oh, yeah, no, not the one. Let me find out some more. I'm using the heart's hidden secrets. Show me the heart's hidden secrets about this, please. Show me more for the tribe, the directions you're giving your inner self now. Beauty. Listen, I'm too beautiful. My energy is too beautiful. My way of being is too beautiful. You're like, I'm not attracted to them. If I'm attracted to them, I'm going to honor it. But I don't feel that attraction. I hear that. Okay, I hear that. Let me see. What else can you show the tribe? How your external reality, they hurt. Again, your external reality. These are people that are looking for you to help them, heal them, make them feel better. You know, and I'm hearing they get so used to using their physical experience, their physical body, their physical favors and shit, you know, to get attention and to rope people in and get attachments going and shit like that. And that's not working over here. Okay, so there's that. How to empower yourself to shift your reality. What do we have? Perspective, better off, happiness, clear head space. Yes. It doesn't matter what they do. Like, you're staying here. You're staying here. You are not going into the shitstorm that they would like you to. You're not going to be roped into their chaos. You're not going to be roped into an entanglement with them. It's not their decision. It's your decision. And you're making it wisely. Yeah. So let me see some more. How your outer self will respond. Bluff, pretending, mask, exaggeration. Listen. How your outer self is responding. I told you, yourself, your physical body is like, oh, hell no. It's like, I'll just stay at home in bed. I'm good. I don't need to go over there. You know that folks are going to reap the fruit of the karma that they're planting in life. And your soul is like, yeah, no, don't you even. You already know what mask they're wearing. You know it's fake as fuck. You know who the fake fucks are. Don't do it to yourself. Yourself don't let you. Yourself won't let you. And this could, for some of you, this equals repulsion. This is like, oh my God, they stink so bad. Oh my God, I can't stand their voice. I really hate being around them. It just feels like ick over there. Whatever it is, it's that kind of a vibe that keeps you away. It's like your physical body is saying, get the fuck away from me. Yeah. And some of you might literally be using those words. Yeah. Because we grown around here. We can say what we want to, right? Well, let's go back to how your life will shift as a result. First off, the universe is going to be not trying to successfully putting plenty in your bank account, in your wallet, in your pocket, in your purse, however you go. And what else? Oh, they're going to be lusting for you, baby. I told you, this is what I was talking about. Folks be trying to use their physical appeals, you know, to try to rope somebody into a sexually transmitted demon attachment, you know. a soul contract. Yeah, you're not doing all that at all. Okay. What you'll create, let's see some more. Well, first off, they gonna lie. They gonna lie on your name. And oh, they gonna be sorry as fuck that they did. That's what I see. And they will be sorry as fuck that they did. They haunted by you. Let me see your new path. Well, they're still gonna be into you, but they gonna be away from you, holding a grudge, and they gonna be staring, pissed off. I just saw it. They're gonna be staring from a distance or thinking about you from a distance, pissed off because you're going to have somebody who's really into you. For you, not for the money, not for the clout, not for the favors, not for the connections, not for the contacts, not for the resources, not for your car, not for your house, not for your clothes, not for the favors. They're just into you. And this person's going to be pissed off because they wanted to be in your arms like that, but they can't because their motives are fucked up. Yeah. Like that. Like Spirit gave me the yell too. They give me the volume. They give me everything. They give me the music. They give me everything. It's all channel. Let me see your new paths. Show me some more, because you're on the 3 of Wands. You're like expecting the best things. I'm just going to keep showing up being the best me I can be every day. That's what I know. That's what's going to happen for me. Okay. And they're going to be chasing you, baby. They're going to be chasing you. Chasing. They will be chasing you. There's going to be a lot of people chasing you. And you know what? But touchdown, like you're gonna get your points every time I hear. Yeah. Listen, this person will chase your energy. The conflict is at the bottom of the deck. You and this person's energy was not conducive. Okay, whoever this energy is, whoever they were, whatever the fuck they thought they were here for, it's not the business. I want to know more. Show me more. I'm seeing a different spread. I'm just gonna keep these cards out, and I'm gonna grab another deck. They're showing me another spread to give us some more details about this experience, because now I'm all in this. I'm all in this. I want to know more. I bet you do too. So let me see from your perspective. You from your perspective, Susan. Thank you. You from your perspective. Oh, that fucking sucked that they did that. You're like, so you're like, you know what? I've already taken losses about this type of experience before. I'm not doing that again. I can look back and reflect. Okay. Other side of the table energy from your perspective. Oh, yeah, because look, they're locked out of heaven is the energy. Okay, and then in this connection, there is none. The Fool, we're out of there. What you need to know. Yes, this was change. This was the change. This is the repetitive cycle that you hit from a different headspace, and you did that different this time. What do you know? So the guidance is the 3 of Pentacles. Keep doing more of that. Now it's like redecorating your energetic home. It's like putting some fresh perspective on it. Page of Swords, because this has been on your mind. Let me see from the other side of the table of this experience. Okay, from the other person's perspective. Hey, this should be interesting, because now we're going to see what they think about you, themselves, the connection, and what you really need to know about them, and what they really need to do for their self. One more shuffle on the table. Let's see. And then we'll take it from the palm. Thank you for thumbs up. Making sure you're still subscribed. Got the live notifications. That's how you tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Especially if you put the comment sleep. What I fucking tell you, bro. How they're looking at you. Look. You the money man. Money man. You could call me money man. Gorilla Zoe. Yeah, you looking in here like you the money man. You got the wealth. You got the connections. You got the opportunities. That's how they looking at you. Let's see how they see their self in this situation that you have freed yourself and released yourself from. Let me see how they see themselves. They want you to marry them. They want you to be their teacher, their lover, they see you as the one in their life. You're their financer. They see you as your big financer. Okay. Let me see some more how they see this connection. Oh, the 8 of Swords. They don't. They can't see it. Her eyes are blindfolded, but they can't stop thinking about it, baby. They've been thinking about you. Oh, no. They've been thinking about you. No. They've been thinking about you. Do you think about them too? Do you? Oh, well, let's see what you need to know. Queen of Swords. They're pissed. They're pissed because, oh, like I said, the ego was bruised. You hurt their feelings. How dare you not choose me? How dare you go be happy with someone else? Yes, okay. Yeah, it hurts to see you happy without me. Okay, happy from Hallie X Chloe. Let me see. What does this person need to do? They need to live their karma. They need to free your mind and the rest will follow. Yeah, this person really need to free themselves. The Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom of the deck. They blocked out, baby. They blocked out. They need to quit being so bitter and shit. They need to get their head together. They need to get their heart together. They need to get it together and move the fuck on, because as long as they keep staying here, they're just going to keep hurting themselves. And what you doing? How you living? Let's see how you living. Tribe, how the tribe living? Tribe, how you living? Oh, the disruption. There's no disruption. It landed on their deck. It's like the only thing they disrupted was themselves. They thought they could get in between you and yours. And all they did was just disrupt themselves. Let me see some more. How's the tribe living? Apparently, we're doing where it lands is where it speaks. How the tribe living? On your own, isolation. And that's fine as long as you isolated from this one, if that's what it takes. Yeah, because you trust. You trust. You may not trust them or many other people, but you trust yourself. You trust your spirit. You trust your angels, ancestors, and your guides. So let's get you a closing message for this Tarot in the Shadows energy. What's the final, most important message? Thank you. It says, be unfuckwithable. Be unfuckwithable. Perfect. If you find yourself fucked with, take a moment to reflect on what part of you is out of whack and susceptible to being fucked withable. Then check that shit with some self-love. When you're filled to the brim with love, nothing anyone says or does bothers you, and no negativity can touch you. You know what that makes you? A badass. A big old spiritual badass, and that's your energy, tribe. Like, keep doing that. Be unfuckwithable. Let them do what the fuck they want to do. Let them say what the fuck they want to say. Let them miss you. Let them hurt themselves, because, honey, that's what they do. They hurt themselves. They might think that they can hurt you. They might think that they're getting under your skin. They might think a bunch of shit, but nothing has any relativity towards you. It does not materialize for you unless you allow it to. So there's that. Remember who you are. Keep your crown up and your vibes up. And I'll be back with more. Thank you so much again for the growth on our channel. For those of you who would like to work with me one-on-one, the information is below the video in the description box and on the website. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Little baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out. Mwah.